What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Richmond Everything. As you noticed in the last video about the Turbo LS Marquise, uh, what's going on with this one? What's going on with this build is it has I fucked up the transmission in it basically. So what's going on? I put the wrong transmission fluid in there, and I burnt up my transmission. So I'm waiting on a new transmission for this bad boy. I got the RPM gauge installed. If you ain't skip through the last video, you'll see at the I think it's about at the end of towards the end of the way it is the end. It's the end of the video when I had the camera on that, and you can see my gauge. All it's doing is it's going all the way to 6,000 RPMs, and it'll just bang it. It's just banging, so it's hitting hard too. It's just and it only did it when I went full throttle. I mean, wide open throttle. So I'm thinking it was something major, but nah, that ain't it. I had recently installed a 3000 stall converter. I thought that was the problem. When I took the transmission back down, the fluid that came out, it was so black, and you can smell the burntness in it. Like the fluid, you can smell it burning. So yeah, I ended up putting the wrong fluid in there. So I mean, you know, take L sometime, charges to the game. It ain't a big deal. I can always get another transmission. I'm gonna have that one rebuilt, but I'm gonna buy me a big boy transmission next. This is for future notes. This is transmission fluid that you need in 4L60Es, not ATF premium. Do not buy that. It's not good for the transmission. Dextron 3, I recommend it now, because I mean, if I knew that at first, I would never put it in there. But back to this. This the new build right here. If some of you don't know, this right here, the plans I got for this, you see I'm messing with all the wires and stuff. You probably like, damn, why the hell you taking all the wires out if you're gonna put the 350 in? Nope, no sir. You can see them motor mounts right here. Oh shit. Oh, I'm getting old, y'all. Dirty dingo. LS swap motor mounts, they both right in too. We putting an LS in this bad boy. I either want a 6.0 or a 5.3. Whichever one I come across first, that's the one I'm putting in here. But I really want to put a 6.0 in here because it's a four-wheel drive. The front differential is not in here. The previous owner, he took it out because he said he was gonna make it a two-wheel drive, but I still had a four-wheel drive transmission still in there. I just got a differential from one of my neighbors that was bringing down the Avalanche. He told me I can get it, and I did my research. Everything lines back up. So this is out, I can't remember what year it is, 07 or 04 Avalanche four-wheel drive Z71. So that bad boy is gonna bolt right in, because I went and looked at everything is literally the same. Only thing that's different, that one bolts into the wall, I mean to the frame of the Avalanche. But this one, it bolts right down in that part. It bolts right there. I thought that was weird, but to each his own. But what I got going on is today I'm just ripping out the old truck wire harness that went to the computer. But I stopped because I realized this is not a separate harness. This is all in one harness. So basically what I mean by that, it's not like most cars. Well, it wasn't like this Grand Marquis, how the motor had its own wire harness and went to the computer. This one is all in one, apparently. It goes to the computer, but they tied the other wires within that what's up, player? Then they tied the other wires inside the loom. So that's a lot of cutting and trying to figure out where everything go. What made me figure it out, what made me realize that was it's hooked up to the windshield wiper motor right here, and it's going to that wire harness. I was like, well, hell, I thought everything was gonna be separated and all that, but nah. I was thinking about I was thinking about cutting everything down on it and, putting that wire harness back up in there so I ain't gotta worry about too much electrical. But then again, I don't want all that. It's just too much going on at that point because I'm like, it's wire harness. So I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. I'm not sure if where everything tees off, well, where that wire tees off to that oh man, some mosquito, man. Where this windshield wiper motor at, where everything tees off right there at that point. I was gonna cut everything before that because that's why I think that just goes to the computer, but I ain't trying to take no chances on that. I'd rather pull that ride alarm out and track everything down. Cause I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at. Like, it's the same way on the inside too. You see how it's just going into one single harness? Like this little wires and all these going into one harness. I was like, I don't want to snatch that out because that ain't gonna do me no good. Because I got wires that's running through that. So I have to literally go in there individually and snatch them wires out. And I ain't even trying to do all that, to be honest. So, what might happen? I'm gonna put everything. I'm gonna put everything back in. I'm just gonna, cut all the ends off that plugs into the original 350, like the wires that go to the 4L60E. Like I'm gonna cut all the wires that go to the 4L60E. I'm gonna keep enough slack on them. I'm gonna keep enough slack on them to where if I need to tap them wires into something, I can do that. Like what you call it? Like the neutral safety switch. Basically that is where I want to keep all that hooked up this time. Like I ain't got no neutral safety. I ain't got no neutral safety switch on the Grand Marquis. All that's off. I know that the motor will crank and run without the neutral safety switch on, but the only thing different is I want to keep my reverse light. So when I throw it in reverse, I want to keep that functionality. Even though I probably could have wired that in into that Mercury, but I was like, you know what? I ain't tripping. I am not tripping, but I want to keep my reverse lights on here. And all, just some basic functions. Cruise control, all that's still hooked up. So I'm gonna be real cautious and courteous of what I cut on this harness. I don't know if you was paying attention through the last video, but I figured out the lights. On here. I got everything to work. As you see, I ripped this off because if you were paying attention last time, it had black tape all around it. And I was like, man, what the hell they got going on up under here? But I figured everything out with the light harness. I got to get a new one of these switch. So all my tail lights, turn signals, all that was working because at first, what was going on with that? They was I turn on my turn signal and my brake light come on. So the wires was very screwed up back there because they had them chopped and screwed and just tied into anything. I guess to just sell it or something. I don't know what was going on, but I figured it out. That was my biggest goal right there, to figure it out. Like I said, I hate doing wiring, but it has to be done. So I got that done. So I'm finna go ahead and start pulling on these wires since it start to get dark early now. I'm gonna pull on this wire harness and see what I come up with, basically. I don't know, I would just wish everything wasn't tied in the way it was. That's the only thing. I probably can cut that wire harness on the inside and I don't know, I'm finna work my magic though as always, see what I can get out of it. All right, y'all, this is what I got after all that hard work of trying to figure out running wires down. All the wires I cut are the ones that went to the original 350 motors. And the 4L60E wires, I didn't mess with those just yet because the standalone harness is gonna come with all that except the neutral safety switch part. I think I can get that in the harness, but it's cost a little more. But I don't know yet. I gotta do some more research about my harness for right now. But yeah, this is what the wiring look like. It looks like a mess right now, but those are all my essential wires that runs through it, well, that I can see. The wires that's right there, they are already cut. They went to the motor, and the rest of the wires, I guess they go on the inside and they power up other different things. But yeah, I got everything situated. I got my starter wire already pulled out. Everything else is left hooked up. I'm just gonna get them wires cut, straighten them wires out right there that I got wrapped around right there, because I'm still debating on cutting them or not. And I'm gonna rewire loom it and mount it back up to the wall of the truck. And I gotta I'm gonna take out this, I'm pretty sure there's a cruise control panel, whatever. I'm gonna have to take that out and put the electric throttle body, the tack box right there instead of that. I'm gonna put the tack box right there because like I told y'all, I'm going with an electric gas. I'm gonna try the electric throttle body this time, since I already had the computer for it. I couldn't find the drive-by cable throttle body, so I was like, it sucks, but hey, it won't hurt to try something new. So on the inside, the only reason the inside still look like this because I still gotta put door handles in. I still gotta get the door handles forward, change out a couple switches on the driver's side, and it'll be good. As you can see, I got all that ripped out in the front. I might change out that gauge cluster because it's acting weird. Like the gas hand, the stuff in the cluster work, but it's doing too much, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna go over there and show y'all in a couple minutes. Hold on. I still gotta get those speakers for the car, and all that other good stuff. I gotta still get those speakers for it, but you see, I got it off. I pulled this off already before, but look where the gas hand is at, right? So I could have sworn it's supposed to be on this side, like right here in this area, but if I let it go, this is what it does. So I'm just gonna get a whole new gauge cluster panel. I mean, I could try and go to the junkyard and just get that little motor that's behind this, but I ain't gonna deal with it. And you see how it's just stuck in that one spot. And when I put the key in, it'll just, it's weird. It's just like it acts in reverse. The only gauge that really works on here is the voltage gauge and speedometer gauge. And I'm not too sure about the RPMs yet because there's not a motor in there, but I'm pretty sure it's still supposed to jump up or somewhat. I'm not sure about the temperature gauge. I'm not gonna be using that temperature gauge. I'm gonna have all that stuff aftermarket. I know the oil gauge don't work, but yeah, you know, just simple stuff. I probably rehook up the same temp gauge back to it, because I'm pretty sure my wire harness is gonna come with all that. But for right now, I'm not gonna fuss and fight with it. Let me see. I think I went over this already. I gotta get a new one of these switches because it's real bad. The emergency light, hazard light sets up in there. With that button, it gets stuck and it starts to spark and it heats up the wires and it blows fuses. So I gotta get that. I gotta get a new one of these. I think that's like 70 bucks. Not a huge big deal. I'm gonna have to rip this whole dash out as well, and I'm gonna have to test and see what's going on with my blower motor, because when I put power to everything and I try and turn on the blower motor, it doesn't come on. But I'm pretty sure I know why. Probably just be a bad switch. But the person, I guess they was trying to take out the dryer for it, and it ripped that off, and they just closed that off or whatnot. And well, you can tell it's been twisted so much that it just broke it off or whatnot, and they just left it like that. But I'm gonna go and change that out. Of course, I gotta drop the dashboard, the whole dashboard, just to even get that out. But I think I might just go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and drop the dashboard. Oh shit, my hand itching. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop the dashboard out now. While I still got everything taken apart versus me getting the driving, then I gotta take it out. I might as well go ahead and do it while I'm not driving the truck or anything. So that way everything can be back together. But I'm finna see what's going on with this blower motor right quick. What y'all think? Cause y'all think it's well, this just popped out, but cause y'all think this right here is bad? Like, I'm thinking it's probably the reason why it didn't come on. It's not coming on, but when I hook everything up to it, like the power connectors that goes to this right here, and hook the little button that goes into this part right here to cut the fan on, it does nothing but this board starts to smoke. So I'm pretty sure that it's something wrong with this board. I'm gonna get another board from the junkyard just to do a test run. I'm just gonna do it like that, do a test run. But if it works from the one I get from the junkyard, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new, because there ain't no point in me putting one from the junkyard in here if it's gonna do that anyway. So I might as well go and get a new one. And yeah, so I got a lot to do. I gotta rewire up the radio. I gotta rewire up the radio harness as well, because it's like they just cut that out or whatnot. I got that piece from the junkyard as well, and here goes the little adapter that's to it or whatnot. So I got all, what's up, Chance? I got all the parts that I need for it. All the dirty dingo mounts, they already in, but they not tightened down because I gotta put it on the block first. I gotta put it on the engine block first, then I'm gonna throw it in. They the slider mounts, and this is the 95 4L60E. This is the original 95 4L60E, and right now I just got my stall converter, my 3000 stall converter sitting in there. It's not gonna stay in there. That's the only torque converter I had on hand at the time. That's not the original torque converter. I want to see. I hope that this will work. If I just swap the converter out on it and see, is it gonna bolt up? But since it's still a 4L60E or whatnot. I'm thinking about this one. The little snout that's right there is shorter on here, and this one is longer. And I hear people, they buy adapters and stuff for them. But I think that's like if you got like a 700 R4. No, I've been doing some research. I never seen somebody. I've been trying to find somebody that that was curious about using the 95 4L60E, but I can't find any direct answers. Everybody talking about TH400s or 700 R4s and stuff. But I was like, I'm pretty sure it bolt up. Everything looks the same. I mean, the torque converter slid on there perfectly. I do have the adjustable mounts where I can slide it back and forth a couple inches well, not a couple inches, about an inch and a half or two. So hopefully that can be they'll work in my benefit. If not, they still gonna work in my benefit if I gotta go and buy a 4L60E transmission, 2-wheel drive, and slap it in here, because I can use the same drive shaft. Only thing I had to change out is the yoke. It's the yoke that's in it. But yeah, besides all that right there, I got a whole lot of mess on my hand. But I'm finna figure out why the windshield wiper's not working, and I'm gonna try and get this blower motor in here to work. Because if the blower motor don't work, that means I have no heat. If I have no heat, that means I have no air conditioning. So yeah, it's really everything just pinging off each other, but everything is getting power. I'm gonna go back here and make sure everything has fuses in it, because when I bought the truck, it didn't have much of any fuses in it, so which made me think it had like a severe electrical problem. But nah, that ain't the case. They just ripped majority of the fuses out. Whatever I did with that here it is. They just ripped majority of the fuses out, and I had to go in, put them in, and all that other good stuff. But not a huge problem, not a huge big deal. I'm not gonna start on the interior just yet, because I'm not to that point yet. I'm still working on the outside. I'm still working on the outside of it. And you know, wiring. So I'm trying to figure out the major stuff before I just get to the simple stuff. I can easily go to the junkyard and pull one of these panels right here perfectly. This right here, I can easily get this redone. I'm not studying that. I can even do that myself. Or, you know, I will go to the junkyard and get that as well. It's not a huge big deal. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty decent. Everything is decent. It's going by very smooth right this moment. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back to everything what I was doing and dropping more videos pretty soon.
Yeah, I woke up feeling like a boss. Yeah, stepped in some mud, wiped it off. Took a load and took some more. Now I'm a boss. Yeah. I woke up feeling like a boss. Yeah, I might just get a nigga my dog. Yeah, might put some paper on your boss. It cost to be a boss. I woke up feeling like a boss. Yeah.